get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers.
Underway in Buffalo.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Steps away to his left.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11. Throwing is Allen on third. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line, the Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit, Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And all the way down to the 35. Christian McCaffrey, the complete package. He's got the power, the hands, the agility, and he certainly also has the speed as evidenced there.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there. And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
To throw is Darnold. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
And that'll set him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. Now it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a give running left is Breida. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On play action, Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills on just 2 plays have taken the lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. after the touchdown. Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 7-yard line.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw here into the hands of Moore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 40-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A.J. Boye with a pick. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Diggs. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before half for Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen finding Knox there, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Darnold on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Darnold. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. 2nd down at 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have come back to make it a 2-point game. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Allen will try to throw for it. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. That catch good for only a couple.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Darnold's throw taken in there by Crowder. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Darnold. That caught by Tremble. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mario Addison able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Breida, he'll try the right side and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. That's good for 28 yards. Allen now on 1st down. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Breida. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Off of play action, Darnold. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not much there, only a yard. Throwing again on second down. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action, Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Allen off the play fake. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a give coming right is Breida. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Darnold. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got some space here. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
So it's a victory